We are at the spot where Ernest saved Christmas, which is pretty amazing because it's hard to think Ernest saved anything. He was always getting himself into mischief. He was a mischief man.
Mischief man. He actually went to jail, which makes a little more sense in another movie. But in this one, he did manage to save Christmas. We're in Orlando, Florida. Pretty much the entire movie was shot here in Orlando. It was the first ever feature film to be made pretty much entirely in Orlando. So pretty exciting for the city. We're at a very important spot right here, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're gonna take you to the filming locations for the 1998 classic movie, Ernest Saves Christmas, and we cordially invite you to come along for the adventure.
Come along. We're at the place where Harmony enjoyed a meal and then attempted to flee without paying for it.
But the worker grabbed her right down in here. Let's take a closer look. Come on. Let's take a walk down now to the spot where the restaurant was. You see the overhang above it had the deli downtown and Magic Fan Attic hanging off of there. Right in this area here is where she came out of the restaurant, heading this direction, heading right towards us. Now, she was stopped by the waiter right in here, and you can see the spot behind her. You see the checkered ground, the checkered walkway over there. And then back to over here. This is the spot where she got stopped by the waiter. Now, right down here, the waiter would have been standing right out here looking for her. So that means this right here was exactly where the restaurant was, where Harmony attempted to get that free meal. And then she had to take off. She had to get away from him. So she took off down the street, running, right through here, until she got up to the point where she ran right into the taxi cab, right in this spot here, with, of course, Ernest and Santa inside. And this is the area where Santa Claus was standing. Now, this obviously was a fake Santa Claus because the real Santa Claus was in the taxi cab. So the fake Santa Claus was right here. You could see that Tanqueray sign back there. It said for lease at the time of the filming. Other than that, it looks very similar to this day.
These steps might as well be Mount Everest.
We are now at the spot where Ernest was disguised as an old lady, said that her second-born son forgot to pick her up and made her walk all the way from the airport.
And then she said, I gotta get my will done because I'll be dead soon.
Able to get Santa out of jail, they ran across this intersection right here.
Yeah, we could see the parking deck right behind us here in the shot as they run across the street here. Also, these buildings, which are covered up now, but they are shown very clearly in the shot as well. It was at that point they ran straight across and over here into this parking lot right here. Oh no, there's a siren. The police must know. He broke the old man out of jail.
Run, Ernest, run!
Here's a better look at these buildings, and then right down there you see the parking deck straight down there where they would have run across into that area there. That's a little bonus. Thought we'd show you this cool area. There's a lake up behind that parking lot. And there's a beautiful fountain back here. Heather's already over here taking pictures of it for our Instagram page, but there it is. It's gorgeous. And just a little further down is the Take Flight art display. Look, hey, uh-oh, scared him. Anyway, there's birds taking flight down the same lake. And there are actual real live ducks on there as well.
Okay, what's in the truck?
Is this where the horror movie's supposed to be?
What?
I got a truckload of snakes for them horror movie folk.
That scene took place right here.
Right here. They had the little security booth that would have been set up right over here. This is actually a television station studios about 25, maybe 30 minutes north of Orlando. Now, right there, it would have said Stage 5 in blue lettering right across there. And that door right there is where they would have gone in. Of course, he snuck Santa in there so he could talk to the man he wanted to become, Santa Claus. I forgot the guy's name, but anyway, he was inside of there, and he would have gone right through here with his truck full of snakes.
Ernest P. Worrell's house. Right there!
There it is!
There it is!
Not quite as Christmassy as the movie, but look over Heather's head, right there. Red points at us, so a little bit Christmassy, but not like it was for Ernest. In the movie, of course, the yard was filled with Christmassy stuff. The roof was filled with Christmassy stuff. I think that Santa was actually up there. Was he up there on the chimney?
Was he? Do you know?
And the reindeer were there across the roof. Now, also, there was the mailbox that said Ernest right on it. It would have been right over here. Let's take a look at it from the movie. In one shot, you can see this house right here. The row of bushes in the front would have been much taller at the time. And then over here, there were some people standing right there. You could also see that house on the end. This house here was not shown. It might be a new house since then. Of course, you can see that building in the background as well. See both of the houses next to Ernest in the movie. The large one kind of hidden by the trees, and the one next to it appears to be a different house now, just based on how the roof looks. Now on Ernest's house, right in this area here, there would have been a large fish instead of that window there. And then up here, of course, Santa, the sleigh, and Santa up on the chimney. Now there's something else we've noticed that's been changed through the years, and that's going to be over here on the left-hand side of the house. Now, during filming, there was a chimney that had an arrow, red arrow on top of it. It was right through this area, right in here. That has since been taken away. Now in another shot, we do get a peek across the street when Harmony's standing here. That house right there is shown in the background.
We are now at the Amtrak Station in Orlando.
We're actually on the back side of the station, but this is where Harmony would have come across the tracks and made her way into the Amtrak Station. We're going to take you inside and show you that in just a minute. Interesting fact here, Harmony was actually played by a girl whose first name was Noelle, and she was born on Christmas Day. Pretty cool. And she's in a Christmas movie. What are the odds? Add it up quick. 1 in
100. No, 1 in 5 million.
5 million. That's
I don't know. I wasn't thinking. You caught me off guard.
1 in 100. Probably not right. 1 in 5 million, maybe.
Who
A girl by the
knows?
name of Noelle was born on Christmas Day, plays in a Christmas movie. Cool. All right, let's take a look at the Amtrak Station.
Let's do it.
We're now inside the Amtrak station at the spot where Harmony was sitting. Across from her, of course, was the boy and the girl and the mother. She'd been sitting right here. The young kids would be sitting right over there. We are now up behind the station again. This is the area where Harmony came out the boy was yelling at his sister saying, "There's no such thing as Santa Claus!" And Harmony says, "But there is such thing as Santa Claus, and this is his bag right here." To which the little girl says, "Oh, what are you doing with Santa's bag?" Right there in front of us is the spot where movie history was made. That's right, it's the Disney Transport Maintenance Facility, and this is where Ernest Taxicab Company was. It's also the company he got fired from. And you can see this building across the street. This is a really cool building. This is actually the Walt Disney World Holiday Services building. This is where Disney stores all of their holiday decorations, trees, all that stuff throughout the year when they're not using it at Christmas time. And you see over here on 2 giant trailers, this is just one ridiculously huge Christmas tree that Disney uses at Christmas time. Pretty neat.
We're at Shakespeare Center, which was Orlando Children's Museum at the time.
Right in this area here where we are standing is where Ernest pulls up in his taxi cab to let Santa out. Santa pulls his money out, and sure enough, it's play money. He'd gotten confused. He was supposed to give the play money to a kid the previous Christmas. He gave the kid apparently a bunch of real money, and he's left with fake money. So Ernest is nice enough to let him have the ride for free. Now you can see this area right up here behind us in the shot while they stand right in here by the taxi cab debating how he's going to pay for his ride. This area was also seen in many other very important parts of the movie, including the grand finale. So let's take a closer look at the center.
This entryway right here looks a bit different than it did in the movie. For starters, this right here, this overhanging thing, yeah, whatever that is, that was not there in the movie.
Right, and also on the dome, which you can very clearly see that in the movie, that was covered up with lights. There were more lights strung all through here. Now, over here, that bench right there would have been tilted at a different angle. Heather's gonna go over there and move it to the precise spot where it was. It was something like that right there. Whoa, excuse me. And then it would have said Orlando Children's Museum right up there behind it. Now down here, there would have been a stretch of palm trees. Over here, they've added in this to make this building accessible. But at the time, that would have had benches through there. And over here, this whole area has been added in right here. And again, there would have been benches right through here. Now, the palm trees, some of them, I don't know if they're still the same palm trees. Do you know?
I think that they would be.
They're not in the same order, so maybe some have been taken out. Maybe some still remain.
This is where Ernest came crashing down in Santa's sleigh and came to a screeching halt. Right there.
Right in this area here, came out of the sky. Woo! Stopped. Right, whoa, stopped right there. Air brakes. And of course, the final scenes took place right here where they loaded up the sleigh. They got Harmony on there, they got Ernest on there, they got Santa on there. They're ready to go save Christmas for all the children all around the world.
All around the world.
What a fun, exciting
Yes.
movie location video this is in the beautiful, gorgeous, sunny weather of Orlando, Florida. Y'all be sure to hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you can come along with us on future adventures.
Come along.
Know what I mean?
Learn.